What's up, world? Welcome back to Radical Investors, where we talk about investing, stocks, and all the ways how to get to the money. I'm Wasu.
I'm Hamed.
And today we're talking about the Reddit rebellion, all the things that happened this week in the stock market. It's craziness. Come back, let's sit down, let's talk about it.
Let's go.
Did you catch your breath, guys? What a week did we have?
Man,
what a week. What a crazy week.
By far one of the craziest weeks of trading, man. Crazy.
It's wild. AMC, Gamestop. Wow, who would have known these would have been catalysts for a revolution?
It's just quite beautiful, man. Because I'm sure it's tied to all of our lives in some way, right? We've all had that
Absolutely.
Connection to those products.
So for the people that have been sleeping underneath a rock, this week we had probably one of the craziest weeks in the stock market, where it's basically being called a Reddit revolution, where a group of let's call them a community. Let's call us a community, of day traders and investors.
Not necessarily day traders, a community of traders.
A community of, that's what I just said. A community of day traders and investors came together in order to push back against some of the short sell tactics of big Wall Street, essentially.
Absolutely. I mean, these aka hedge fund managers who have just been, who I would actually see them as like some of the worst kind of people, quite frankly, on the planet. Like, these guys are Mr. and Mrs. manipulators.
Right. And they essentially, they operate by preying on companies and driving them down into the dirt. In particular, this company, the company that was making all the shorts.
Yeah, I do not recall the name right now, but yeah, that company basically took a position to short the company 140% of the company's stock. Like, you're basically saying, screw you, company.
Screw you, employees of the company.
Right, and screw you twice. Like, it's insane what kind of trade they made. But this community of traders on Reddit, they were able to identify what was going on, and that's why they've been basically at this mission for the past months.
And when we identified that company, because I'm part of Wall Street Bets now too. I read the manifesto. I love it. I'm balls deep in the community.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I love the mission of it.
The mission statement is beautiful. If you haven't read the mission statement, I would highly suggest you go onto Reddit and read some of the statements out of that community. Some very, very amazing things. Anyway, so once we got together and saved GameStop, right, and AMC and some others. Yeah. The interesting thing that happened essentially is that the powers that be, the invisible hand, change the rules of the road, essentially.
Right, like several platforms, basically.
All of the platforms.
Yeah, basically all of the trading platforms manipulated the market. Basically, they allowed you to liquidate your position, but you could not purchase any of these stocks that were being targeted. And it's crazy because by you just simply doing that, you're manipulating it. You're basically telling the world that this is not a good stock, or this stock should not be bought in because we're not allowing it. And what did we see, throughout the trading day? We saw the stock take crazy stumbles when there was a huge volume to purchase.
You could only sell, you couldn't buy. So in essence, they're protecting their boys, Big Wall Street, and giving a big FU to all the communities that had driven up the stock price. Yeah. Right? We did absolutely nothing illegal.
Right.
The same basic tactics, right? A short squeeze. The same basic tactics that they've been using for decades to enrich themselves. But when the common man, the retail trader, right, decides to use those tactics, they decide that all of a sudden that's no bueno.
Yeah, that was a big example of. Now, since finished coming out, there's been other reasons of what Robinhood and other platforms have been justifying, excuses that they've been justifying.
That don't make any sense.
Which, look, right or wrong, they could be true to a degree, but ultimately, what it exposed was, at the end of the day, what all of these platforms are really supportive of, right? Which is that invisible hand, that hedge fund that's operating off of crazy leverage, and that's just
they don't care about you. And it gets to something that's even deeper. So on this channel we talk about money, stocks, investments, how to get to it, but this just smells dirty. It leaves you with a dirty feeling,
right? And
we saw, if you kind of take a step back, right, with this like populist movement growing in America, because everybody understands the game is rigged against you, right? Black Lives Matter over the last summer, 100,000 people, right? The biggest protest movement you've ever seen. Then you turn around and you see the guys at the Capitol. Now you might have some issues with their politics. You might say they were indoctrinated by internet conspiracies, but something drove them. A feeling in their gut drove them so far to storm the nation's capital.
Yeah, you don't just do that out of a whim, guys, and you don't do that just out of being led. You're experiencing some level of something,
right? Because you understand that the system, in their case, they thought the government, right? But they understand that the system is set against them.
Yeah,
the system is set against us, the small guy. And now we see, right, the trifecta, the stock market. Once, the working class American people have been kicked in the teeth
constantly
for decades.
Jobs
shipped out of the country, people replaced by a computer time and time again. Right? A global pandemic, and you gave us $900 for 13 months or some crazy thing like that, right? People still haven't recovered from the 2008 crisis, which Wall Street caused, and nobody went to jail. And finally, working class people come together and they find a way to not even game the system, to participate in the system in the very same way that you participate in the system and make money. And then you want to change the system? Then you want to lock them out? Then you want to lock us out?
That's the.
Are you kidding me?
And that's what led
in
to
plain
the
sight?
enragement. That they played their hands and they showed
it's ridiculous.
Just how much of a just how rigged the game is.
In my opinion, these people are lucky that we allow them to operate in our country. They're lucky that we are not storming down Washington, with pitchforks in hand. Because it was absolutely what we saw this week by the action of Robinhood and other traders. I think is absolutely criminal. I hope to God that some of these people go to jail, because it was just wrong, and we can't stand for this type of injustice.
It's complete injustice. I mean, guys, you have some of the largest hedge funds that had access to a lot of money, and they were betting against a company that could not open. Government mandated, could not open. Because of a crisis, and they were trying to make money and double down on that. This is an American company, guys. This is the level of some level of treason. Like, I get everybody wants to make profits, but there's got to be some level of standard, right? This. I mean, what kind of rules are we playing on now? If that's cool, if that's the trend. And the thing is, this is what they do. They're willing. For back in 2008, and we're speaking about them, right? The hedge funds and the people that put our country at risk, because now we're going there, which then indirectly put the freaking world at risk. These are the guys that are taking the most reckless gambles. You want to talk about everybody's trying to label retailers like
they call us dumb money. That's another thing that irritates me. They call us dumb money.
Dumb money versus smart money.
Dumb money versus smart money. We outsmarted them. Everyone was making a killing, and you had to go so far to shut people out.
Right.
But we're the dumb, quote unquote, dumb money. They're on CNBC all day long. That garbage company.
Yeah.
That garbage company promoting garbage and propaganda
And
to
just,
pump
I'll
and
say
dump their
with
stocks.
CNBC, it's just they're not vetting their people. You know, they just bring all kinds of people on there to just talk about whatever. You know, but look, guys, what's beautiful in this time that we're living in is we've got access to communicate and to expose all of this trash that's going on. So it's their time is coming, right? Their stuff, their ways are slowly ending and being cracked. So over time they will be settled, but we have to definitely continue to do what we're doing and continue to speak up, you know, and voice our opinions on these things, and to call out the frauds, call out the real frauds. This whole smart money, dumb money, guys, if you are a Robinhood trader or a SoFi trader or just a new WeBull trader, anybody, do not let some old head, all right,
in a horrible suit,
2021,
and you're still wearing pinstripe suits. Come on, bro.
Trying to tell you or try to put some inception into your mind that you don't know how to trade because you might not. So that kind of leads to our next point as far as this idea of one way of trading.
Right.
Guys, this is not 1950. Okay, this is not 1950, and we're not all reading. I forget the guy's name, but Warren Buffett's mentor. We're not all fundamental traders. Okay, that's one idea of trading.
Yeah.
People can trade for different reasons, and they can make their valuations based off of different reasons.
Our idea of what fundamentals might be for us in the way that we trade might be different. For us, we look for growth.
Yeah,
momentum.
We're all about growth, momentum.
Future proof.
We look at teams, right? We look at the teams. Like, yeah, our stuff is different. Like now,
if you out there, if you value meeting expectations and meeting the stock market's expectations and stuff like that, then trade on that. But the thing is, everyone, as we live in a free market, we live in a free country.
Right.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
And everyone has the ability, right, to do their own research, to come up as an investor, to come up with your own thesis, and then to put your money into companies based on that thesis. Yeah. That's exactly what we do as investors and traders.
Absolutely.
So who are you, Mr. Vlad from Robinhood, to say that you are going to protect me from making an investment based on my research? Did you work for my money, Vlad? I forget. Did Vlad, the CEO of Robinhood, did he go and put in the number of years that I put in to get the amount of money that I have to invest in the stock market? No, you didn't, bozo. You didn't do any of that stuff. So let me put my money where I want to put my money. Passions aside, what are some of the takeaways from this week?
Yeah, so one of the takeaways I would say is sign up for multiple accounts, guys. We live in a beautiful time where there's all of these platforms trying to compete for our dollars in our trades. And look, you can utilize all of them. They're all practically free. Sign up for all of them, dude.
Yeah, I think the power of community was definitely on display this week. More important than ever, I think it's important to be surrounded by like-minded individuals in the real world and on your online life. Join different groups on Reddit. Hit our Discord group, right? Hit our Discord group. Become really entrenched on all these platforms, because that's where you'll find and hear about momentum trades and momentum places to invest way before the general public. And we want to be ahead of these curves, not behind, not chasing the returns.
Another take home I would say is, guys, you don't need to justify how you trade to anybody. All right, don't let the outside world, don't let the people on TV tell you, just because you might not trade the way they are familiar with or they're used to or where they think is justly the right way to trade. You don't have to listen to any of that. Look at your results, right? And learn from your results, right? So from there, you'll be able to develop your own trade pattern. By joining communities, you'll see trading styles that may work for you. So just keep that, like, just kind of don't feel stressed about that out there, right? Don't feel like I'm doing something wrong. Oh, I feel dumb. I'm not smart. I shouldn't put more. Learn. That's the beautiful thing. We can all learn, and we can become better traders, better investors. Yeah. So it's a beautiful time.
Thank you guys for watching our videos. If you are liking what you are seeing, please bless the like and subscribe button and join our community. We would love to have you.
Yeah, guys, and also we've got multiple links below to multiple platforms, so check that out. We're not going to just shout out one today. We're going to let you go through all the platforms and sign up for all of them, guys.
We'll catch you on the next one. As always, peace.